Good afternoon and welcome to Veterans Memorial Park on the Allegheny territory of the Seneca Nation in the city of Salamanca. I would like to draw your attention to the Jumbotron for the Ganonyoke.
Down at the as we hake at Rogen on each God and I am going to go in. The Rodak Nano had him wait again, down at Hodini and going to go down. Down at the as we hake at Rogen on each God and I am going to go in. They Tino and you Wednesday, they don't go sit again, Seko. Down at Hodini and going to go down. Down at the as we hake at Rogen on each God and I am going to go in. Terononio, on the git so on the Gatenjo, Garnic Daniel, Garnic Wanes, Heodo, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down on a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Guego, Oyento, Hadium, Gelzage, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down on a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Guego, Oyento, Hadium, no Quaxage, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down on a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Hadio Gige, on Young Wax Onko, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Odiston Datsa, Noin Daka, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Hadega Haraendo, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. They wahta, Gamradoga, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Wagoyat Gat, Adigan Yotigi, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Kajita Sa, Mononde, no Kajito Wanesco, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. De Yatinonio, had they went on Dan on day, Joheko, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, De Enwini, or Daio, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. De Yatinonio, Eatisod, had he went on the Jeets, he get Gwen Squaw, that's Henny Duckwag, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. They said Ononio, said Wachi, Edeka, Gehqua, Hoskan Gate Dokowa, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. The Yatinonio, Eatisod, Soika, Gehqua, Dane Hodini and going to go down. Down a D as we hake a Regeno, Neat Scott, and Wayam, and going to go in. Terononio, Ogisto no Guanio, Gajison Dacianio, Gamia Dane Hodini and Guan going down.
New.
Down at DS we hake at Rogeno needs God and do I am Guan going. The Sabronio said what go on, no, Ganyo Dio. Ayaso no. Dane Hodini and Guan go down.
New.
Down at DS we hake at Rogeno needs God and do I am Guan going. Dayatino no. Ganyan only had your yak young no. Odeho set some going to knock the on. Dane Hodini and Guan go down.
New.
Down at DS we hake at Rogeno needs God and do I am Guan going. They said on you, some going to knock the on. Young yak gay Hanum di. Dane Hodini and Guan go down.
New.
Dane ho, not got Guini, Moindo, Gabadeco, Anonio. Dane ho.
Please remain standing for the national anthem led by Mr. Eric Chemnitzer and the Salamanca Choir. We would ask everyone to please remain standing for a moment of silence for our veterans, past and present, and especially for those veterans who have provided us with the ultimate sacrifice. This will be followed with a 21-gun salute. Thank you. You may please be seated. I would like to thank Carson Redeye, Amos Whitcomb, and the Salamanca Media Production students for the production of the Ganonio, as well as our senior high chorus and members of the Salamanca Veterans of Foreign War, American Legion Post 535 for the presentation of colors. We acknowledge the homeland of the Nodagagua, the people of the Great Hill, the Seneca people, who are keepers of the Western Door, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, on whose ancestral land and water the Salamanca School District now stands. We acknowledge we are standing on the Seneca people's Ohoyo territory in an area called Onondaga, meaning the place of the hemlocks. The Salamanca City Central School District acknowledges the diverse community members of the indigenous nations, their spiritual and physical relationships to the environment, their rights, their resiliency, their sovereignty, and their heritage. We acknowledge and we stand with all indigenous people in their staunch resolve to remain connected to this land. On behalf of the Salamanca School District, I am honored and welcomed to the dedication and invite all of Salamanca to enjoy in Veterans Memorial Park. I would like to personally thank our honored guests and dignitaries and would ask for you to please stand so that we may recognize for your work to bring this project to fruition. Our Salamanca Board of Education members, past and present, please stand. Thank you. Seneca Nation President Matthew Pagels, Treasurer Ricky Armstrong, and the various tribal council members and the education department staff that are here. Please stand. Our Salamanca administration, coaches, and staff. The City of Salamanca, Mayor Megara, Council members Janet Cook and Barry Smith, our good friend, Representative Tom Reed, and representatives from from Assemblyman Giglio's office and Senator George Barillo's office. Somewhere, Steve McCord, Cat County Veterans Services, representatives from Section 6, okay. Our contractors, vendors, skilled craftsmen and women for allowing this facility to be built. That's the architects, A+, Turner, all of the contractors. Stand up. And of course, our student athletes. We stand here today at the intersection of the past and the future. For hundreds of years, the ground that we are on was and still is a vibrant part of the Seneca Nation. We are proud of our continued partnership with the nation. We are proud of our continued relationship with veterans, the brave men and women who help to ensure peace and our right to assemble and to celebrate this momentous event. Salamanca is rich with culture and history, and today we dedicate new but honor our past. I am certain that later on in this presentation many will talk about the park, but I want to speak of our tradition. First, Marty Redeye, a class of 1980. He was a fierce Salamanca lacrosse player. who was enshrined in our Wall of Fame. He was skilled, prolific in his talent, and amazing on the field. He has set a high bar for future lacrosse players who dare to wear the red and the gray. I'm sure in the future, the very near future, a player will compete in our box lacrosse arenas and start their rich tradition of success. Andrea Morton, who sadly passed far too early. Annually, we honor her memory with the Andrea Morton Memorial Soccer Tournament. And this fall, when play resumes, I can think of no finer venue in all of Western New York soccer than right here at Vets Park to honor her legacy. The legendary Coach Joe Sanfilippo. Joe is the father of Salamanca football and a Navy veteran. He built the house of football dominance in this region. The community enjoyed the fruits of his labors for decades. There was no doubt that Coach Sanfilippo was in charge. He was the boss, and his athletes performed. Former school official Judge Foy once said this about Coach Sanfilippo: he could tear apart an opposing offense and defense like there was no tomorrow. And I know every former athlete speaks with deep reverence for Coach Sanfilippo. Coach George Witcher took the baton from Coach Sanfilippo and took Salamanca football to heights rarely seen in any sport. Coach Witcher boasted a win percentage in excess of 73%, multiple sectional championships, and countless accolades. In 2015, Coach Witcher expressed optimism for the state of Salamanca football. While George is not able to be with us today, I think he would be proud of what this community has built. We mourn the recent passing of the best athlete ever to have competed for Salamanca, Chuck Crist. We are honored to have Chuck's family here with us today, and would ask them to please stand. Chuck stood head and shoulders above every athlete in any sport, whether it was on our team or opposing teams. He was a gifted, talented athlete, but also a man of internal toughness and fortitude. Whether it be baseball, track, football, basketball, or golf, it did not matter. Whatever Chuck touched, he made better. He played in the NFL for the Giants, the Saints, and the 49ers. Simply put, Chuck excelled at everything he did. But to me, even though I only knew Chuck for a short time, he embodies the dedication of a peacekeeper. Tough, loyal, protective, caring, and a deeply devoted member to his family. But if you ever cross Chuck, certainly on the athletic field, look out. For our athletes and fans, this dedication is the intersection of past and future warriors. A month ago, we played our first contest in a blinding snowstorm on a field brand new, and legends emerged from a long slumber, and they roared back to life. In a few weeks, lacrosse and baseball stars will shine, and we will not have to wait for their glory. As soon as we can safely host in this park, we will welcome the Seneca Nation and the Marvin J. Curry Veterans Powwow. And in a few months, as the autumn leaves transform our landscape into a canvas of brilliant colors, our soccer teams will stand tall and make this community proud once again. Salamanca is back, bigger, a lot bigger, better, stronger, and united. We are grateful for the support of this community and welcome everyone to Vets Park. With the soccer players, Mr. and Mrs. Morton, please assemble on the east end zone. this time, while they are assembling, I would invite Board of Education President Teresa Ray to the podium. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to welcome everyone here on this warm day. I had wet in my speech to begin with, but thank goodness we have a beautiful sunny afternoon for the moment. For me, today has been a very long-awaited day. We are here to officially open Veterans Memorial Park, home of the Salamanca Warriors. I would like to first acknowledge Seneca Nation President Matthew Pagels, Seneca Nation Treasurer Ricky Armstrong Sr., Seneca Nation Council members Arlene Beauvais and Joshua Jimerson, Salamanca City Council members, Mayor Sandy Magera, former Mayor Mike Smith, Congressman Tom Reed, and all the rest of the Salamanca administration. I would like to recognize my fellow Board of Education members, Vice President Dr. Megan McCoon, Dale Colton, Brad Early, Sue Fries, Carrie John, Barb Sandy. Time out, everyone. I can't wear a mask and wear glasses at the same time. That's what I've learned. I think all great ideas start with the question, what if? And that is how our Vets Park renovation project came to be. What if the school could lease Vets Park instead of the city? After some digging by Assistant Superintendent Karen Magera, we found out that the school could hold a lease for 20 plus years. We could renovate the property. Superintendent Bridenstine met with Mayor Smith and Reverend Lanto in October of 2017 to discuss the sublease idea, which initiated the Board of Education, the superintendent, and the assistant superintendent's to-do list. We first needed approval from the Seneca Nation to sublease from the city. In January of 2018, Superintendent Bridenstine met with the Seneca Nation to discuss the sublease. On March 27, 2018, the Seneca Nation Council then approved the sublease from the city, from the school through 2069. Shortly thereafter, the Salamanca Common Council approved the sublease. Next, we needed voter approval, and in December of 2018, the voters in this community overwhelmingly approved the sublease with a 92% yes vote. This let the Board of Education, along with school administrators and staff, come up with our what-if vision for the park. This was then presented at several community forums. Finally, the big budget vote for the park renovations was held on May 14, 2019. Again, this was overwhelmingly approved with a nearly 92% yes vote for the $16 million Vets Park renovation project. We officially broke ground on April 6th of 2020. Now, just 13 months and a few change orders later, we have this magnificent athletic complex that not only our school can be proud of, but also our community. We are the envy of every other surrounding district, and I love it.
we have a destination athletic complex that will draw teams from outside our area. But this renovation would not have been possible without the Seneca Nation, City of Salamanca, and the Salamanca School District all working together. This proves that when we all come together, we can accomplish great things. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone involved who supported our vision and who voted to help make our what if wow. Would you look at that?
Mr. Morton, Mrs. Morton, and members of the varsity soccer team, boys and girls, kick that goal. Well done. While the soccer players are leaving the field, would board member Carrie John and our lacrosse players please assemble in the west end zone. At this time, I would like to ask to the podium Seneca Nation President Matthew Pagels for a few words.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good afternoon, everyone. Scano. Today's an exciting day for both the Salamanca community and the Seneca community. I'm very happy to take part in this celebration. First, on behalf of the Seneca Nation, Treasurer Armstrong, Seneca Council, and the Seneca people, I want to congratulate the school district and everyone involved in making this project happen. Vets Park holds a very special place in the hearts of many Seneca families, myself included. Played a few lacrosse games right here. That's why the nation was happy to be consulted in the planning of this project, and why so many people have been watching so closely. It's amazing to see the transformation that's taken place. The entire community, not just the Seneca community, not just the youth in the community, but the entire community is excited. Small communities are strengthened by common bonds. I see the great progress in strengthening these bonds in the last few years. A congrats must be given to all here today, not only for the opening of the park, but just as important, the educational accomplishments that have been noticed by the Seneca Nation, the region, and the state. Congratulations again on this incredible milestone, and thank you for inviting me to celebrate with you today.
Mr. John, lacrosse players, fire away. Well done, Levi. I would like to invite to the podium Congressman Tom Reed.
Safety first, right?
Well, thank you very much, Bob, for the introduction and the welcome here today at this great event. And Teresa, your words are spot on. What if? What if a sovereign nation reached out to its partners in the city and its school district and its federal and state government partners and came together with a common vision, standing in the footsteps of its students athletes such as Marty and Andrea and Chuck Crist, and inspired a vision of a $16 million complex that we're standing at today. Many people would laugh at that question, but you and that nation and this community and those government partners proved them wrong. And we stood together to cut this virtual ribbon and stand before the largest Jumbotron I think I've seen outside of Rich Stadium. To work together to deliver the resources without caring who got credit, who gets credit, to stand on the legacy of the past, to thank the veterans that provided us the freedom in order for us to enjoy the moments of today and tomorrow to come, and for us to stand together to recognize our past, to thank our partners, but to inspire the next generation of student athletes and teach them the life lessons that many have learned here in Vets Park and will learn for generations to come in this wonderful facility that we honor here today. So thank you for having me here today, and thank you for letting me be part of answering that question, what if we do it together, we can accomplish anything. So thank you, Bob.
Speaking of the largest Jumbotron in all of New York State public high schools, I draw your attention to the Jumbotron. It will be self-explanatory. We had to pivot this morning because baseball players don't play in the rain. So, Mr. Nannon, Sean Baselli, thank you for our ceremonial first pitch at a beautiful Veterans Stadium. At this time, will the football players, led by senior quarterback Jared McKenna, please assemble in the end zone. Oh, Mr. Nannon, please come forward. I didn't know this was happening, obviously.
Thank you, Mr. Bridenstine. As you can see, Mr. Nannon is dressed today in his new baseball uniform. It's clean, and it's got number 1. I want to thank him for all his time, but more importantly, I'd like to also recognize Mr. Bridenstine, Mr. Beeler, and Mrs. McGarrah, and I want to give them their jersey as well today. Number 2. Number 3. And Mrs. McGarrah is coming, and she'll be number 4. Thank you for everything you guys have done for us. Congratulations. This is for Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everybody. Back over to Mr. Bridenstine.
As an old wrestler, I don't know that I've ever worn a baseball uniform. Football players assembled, but at this time, I would like to invite representatives from Assemblyman Giglio's office, Ms. Heidi Hartley, and from Senator Burlow's office, George Philgrove, and Mayor Sandy McGarrah to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Senator sends his regrets that he can't be here himself. As you're aware, he's in Albany doing the business of the people. If he were here, though, he'd commend each and every one of you for coming together to make this project a reality. You are truly the reason why Western New York is a better place to live and work. Again, the Senator sends his regrets that he can't be here himself. He sends his commendations for your efforts in this project.
Like Senator Borrello, Assemblyman Giglio is in Albany today. I think Mr. Philgrove will agree that the two of us have better assignments. Also, like Senator Borrello, Assemblyman Giglio sends his regrets, congratulations, and best wishes to each of you. He understands and appreciates the hard work and dedication that has contributed to the success of this year-long project, which is part 3 of Salamanca City School District's capital project. This community should be proud of the accomplishment, which, like so many other projects in the city of Salamanca, is a testament to the spirit of community and cooperation in the city. Thank you for your commitment to the school, the students, and the community, and thank you for making all of us proud to have you in Western New York.
Good afternoon, everyone. As the mayor, I'm very honored and excited to have this new complex in our city. Who would have ever dreamed that our kids would be playing on something on this field, as nice as it is? Congratulations to our school district for always looking out for the future of our students. To steal a phrase from my friend Smitty, who should be here, not me, he was a bigger part of this than I was. Salamanca proud, and go Warriors. Woo!
Lucas, you're up. As we wind down our ceremony before the rain comes, Levi, cue the Jumbotron. Thank you everyone for coming.